Hello again everyone. I just wanted to put this other video out on how to extract image metadata using a library called Exif, right? So you can go look up Exif. It's a pretty robust library for data extraction from images, but I don't think a lot of people are aware that when you take a picture with your mobile device, that a lot of data gets written, embedded in that image. It's not just, date and time stamps. We're gonna go over just 3 little images that I wrote function for in Jupyter Notebook to go ahead and extract those images. So let's go ahead and get started. So this is going to be the first image, right? And this is when we're on vacation. This is the second one. That's me and my son. We're playing around. We're in, and then this one was more recent, obviously. The images come from 3 different phones at 3 different times, right? It's basically going through the code. Here's where we load all of our libraries. If you want to pay special attention to Exif as well as base64, UUID, unique identifier, right? So the first function, we convert the image to base64, and then I just put this in here in case you wanted to decode that image, decode that base64 string. The purpose for that is I write all of this to the JSON. And here's the process to extract the metadata. We send it the image file, and then we start adding the JSON. We do print if the image does not have any metadata. Say if you downloaded the image from the internet, something like that. Here's where we do the image encoding, and we add that long image encode base64 string into the JSON. And here's where we just do some data frame manipulation and extract certain fields that we want from the JSON file. Application, the original date of the image, the photo ID, and that's going to be generated by the device that it was taken on, the make of the device, and the model. Then we do just transposing. Instead of having all of the data on one row, transpose it, sending it the columns to vertical, just from these 5 fields that we want. And then here's a process to call everything, create the unique identifier name file. We do that to avoid conflict, so you can keep just running through this and not worry about having to overwrite your JSON file. Here's where we return that metadata JSON and set it into a result set. Here's where we format that result set into JSON. We write that output to a file. We read that into a data frame, and just reading it into the data frame is just to display what we want within the parameters of this notebook. So here we go. Here's the return data frame, and it's formatted, right? So I'll go ahead and just restart the kernel, clear all the output, and run it from scratch, right? So let's just go through, run, load the libraries, define our functions, and then we're gonna call the first image, which if you remember was the vacation photo, right? And then we're just gonna run through each of them sequentially, right? So let's see what we get. I have the application set, which that was done intentionally up here. That was already set. But then it pulls back the actual application date. So if you see this was in 2015, here was the unique ID of the photo, the phone, and the phone model. So let's check out image number 2. This was in 2019, the image ID, same brand of phone, different model, right? And then the third and final one was from this year, and that is 2023. New image ID, same make, new model. So that's one way to extract image metadata using Python from using the Exif library. Any image taken, not manipulated or compressed, obviously, through a mobile device or mobile phone. Thank you for your time. I hope you learned something here today.